All right. Good afternoon, everyone. You are listening to the Damilola Bisuga show. I am your host for the next 1 hour. I go by the name of Damilola Bisuga. Some people also know me as Dami B. I'm joined by my co-host today, and he goes by the name of DJ Mento.
Hello, everyone. It's good to be here again, as usual.
You're back again. Every week. He's never left my side since the beginning of this show. I can't get rid of him.
I have to laugh.
But it's good. We're a good team. We're a good partnership, aren't we, DJ Mento? So yes, this is the show where I bring you the hottest and latest celebrity news, gossip and gist. If you want to find out what's happened in the past 7 days in the world of crazy celebrity la la land, then you are tuned into the right show. I'll also be bringing you exclusive interviews with the best upcoming music artists, comedians, fashion moguls, online personalities, and so much more. So yeah, we've got some very special guests in the studio today. One of them is live in the studio right now. He's looking at me very anxiously, like, okay, when do I talk? So yes, he goes by the name of Mr. Tayo Cousins.
Hello. How you doing?
Welcome to the show, Tayo. How are you feeling?
I'm good. I'm anxious, but I'm pretty happy to be here.
Oh, good. Is this your first time on radio?
Yeah, it's my first time.
You're going to have fun.
Yeah.
We're going to have fun today. We've got another guest coming in later into the show. He's a music artist and he goes by the name of Xrizzy. So he'll be coming in, joining us a little bit later on. We'll be playing some of his music and talking to him about some of his music. Basically.
A track is promoting, actually.
Yes, he's got a new track out. So that'll be really exciting. Right now, though, let's talk about what's happened in this past week. I like to start the show just, talking a little bit about my experiences. So yeah, how's your week been, Mento? You had a big birthday party. It was somebody's birthday. So how was that, Mento?
It was good. I had fun. Friends from all over Birmingham, Manchester. Here we are. Mm-hmm. London came to support, so it was really good. I'm happy. Yeah.
Good.
But you wasn't there.
I was not there because I was ill. I was ill. I know. Like I literally wanted to be there. Like I was looking forward to it for so many weeks, but then on the I kind of came down. But I was really ill. I had to go to hospital and everything. So it wasn't just like a bit of a sniffle. I was actually like couldn't.
You got full on.
But I'm much better now. But yeah, I'm gutted I missed his party. The pictures were looking good that you posted them online. I was like, okay, people were getting turned up.
Oh, okay. Go all out.
Yes.
I'm a DJ. What do you expect?
Yes. Well, my week's been interesting. It's just gone so quickly. I've just been busy and working on this show, working on another show. It's called Straight Talk Manchester. It's a YouTube show. It's going to be coming out really soon. It's we have 5 girls, 5 guys talking about different topics every week, such as like relationships and issues that affect young adults in Manchester. We're representing the North. So yeah, I've had a very busy week trying to sort out everything with that. Apart from that, just working as usual. Working psychiatry.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So yes, I'm a proud advocate of like mental health.
Everything.
And yes, everything mental health. So so I've just had a busy week. What about your week, Tayo? How have you been?
I've been doing a lot of writing. I'm currently writing a show with my friend Dan Robinson, and we're just trying to go back and forth with that. So we're going to write it and then try and pitch it to some places as well.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Is that a play or like what? A show?
It's going to come out as a long-form show, but we're going to start off with a short film.
Oh, excellent.
First, and then we'll send it off to a few festivals and stuff.
Amazing. So that's really exciting. All right. Okay, guys. So right now, let's go into the celebrity gossip for this week. Let's talk about Mr. Chris Brown, shall we? Why is this guy always coming up in my newsfeed?
Always trouble.
Every week he makes an appearance on this radio show.
I thought they've even given up on this case now.
I know.
I have not heard.
Right. So this is the story, people. Chris Brown had this girlfriend a couple of years ago. She went by the name of Karrueche Tran. Yeah. Now she's like really cute. I think she's like maybe Chinese or Vietnamese or something like that, like Asian looking girl, really cute. Anyway, they broke up about 2 years ago. And ever since then, apparently, allegedly, Chris Brown has kind of still been obsessed with Karrueche, not really leaving her sight. So Karrueche has moved on. She kind of was seeing someone else. She was doing her thing with her career. She's more like a personality now.
Yeah.
She was known for being Chris Brown's girlfriend. Let's be real.
Personality type.
Yes. So she's a personality now. So apparently, she has just filed a restraining order against Chris Brown.
Okay.
Now, what the critics are saying is that Chris has been harassing you allegedly for like 2 years, and it is only now that Chris Brown apparently has a new girlfriend. That is when you file your restraining order. Are you a bit salty, Karrueche? Are we a bit petty? What's your thoughts on that?
She wants him back. She's just jealous.
She could be doing a Ray J thing.
What's the Ray J thing?
Ray J's weird because he stopped going out with Kim Kardashian and they blew up over a big tape together. But he came back years later now, but I think it was like a year or two before, and he brought out a song about I Did It First.
Yeah,
and
I remember that song.
With Kanye for no reason, which he should have brought it out, but she might be doing that. Or Chris Brown, because he is obviously crazy. We've got loads of history of him being like a little bit of a nut, so he might have been harassing her for 2 years, and this might have been like the final straw. That's what I'm thinking.
So you don't feel like she's just being petty. You feel like
no, because Chris is erratic. When you see his videos now, like a madman's got a little diary out for himself.
Yes,
and he's just talking. I don't know if he's talking to fans, but when he talks, it's like, okay, this guy's got a little bit of a screw loose.
Absolutely. No, do you know what, Taya? I agree with you, because I feel like we're slowly seeing the demise of Chris Brown in terms of like he's coming down a lot, like mentally. I don't think he's all that well, and it's very sad for me to watch.
He's been drinking and smoking a lot.
I think he's, allegedly,
he doesn't really look good, to be honest.
His fame,
he doesn't look good at all.
Pushed him up, so he's not got that lull like some celebrities have, where they'll be silent for a few years and then come back up.
Yeah.
He's just been constantly since he started.
Absolutely, and I think you're right. There could be allegedly drugs and alcohol involved.
Definitely,
and I know he'll have gotten a lot of helps though, but I don't see the help.
I don't think he's gotten any help. Because I think the people around him, I think Chris Brown is one of those. He's 27 years old or 28 years old, 27-ish. And, with these celebrities, there's not many people around them who will say no.
No.
There's not many people around them who will sit you down and check you and tell you, look, this stuff you're doing, you need to stop. It's not on.
Not at all.
I think everybody around Chris Brown, nobody's telling him no. Yeah. And I think that is why he's just continuing to spiral. He can do anything he wants.
Or you think they're trying to help, but he doesn't want it?
Yeah. I don't even think. Do you think that's telling him?
No, I feel like he's going down the road as Kanye, and Kanye just had a breakdown where he had to go into hospital, and they had to sit him down and give him like mental health talks because of the way he was thinking. And everyone's been seeing it for the past few years because he's been doing loads of weird speeches, and everyone's like, "Why is he saying this?"
Yeah.
But he had to go to hospital recently because of it. But he said no one tells him no in his group. No one tells him no. His wife won't tell him no. No one's ever saying that. And then you'll come out with like John Legend, which is his close friend, which I didn't know. But he's been like, every time they'll say like, you need to calm down, you need to work through some things, you just ignore it. As Kanye West, you've got enough money and power to just like ignore a person and just keep doing what you're doing. And it's just going to bring you down that road, which I think like Chris Brown's slowly going down now.
Absolutely. I think I agree with that.
Yeah, that's true.
Are we in agreement with Taya?
Yeah.
So, I mean, what do you think this impact of this restraining order is going to have now? I mean, do you think Chris is even bothered?
No, not even a little bit. I feel like it's just breeze over his head. He'll start dancing. You'll see a video from him dancing by the end of the week.
Is she trying to make money out of this or what?
Do you know, I mean, there's always an opportunity to make money from these situations because, like, she's going to get invited by, like, shows and magazines to come and talk about the whole ordeal, right?
Whether it's real or not, all she has to do is say like a story, and then she'll be getting paid for a few months. Like,
sell the story.
Absolutely getting paid.
Absolutely.
From Soulja Boy now to her.
Now to her, yes. Now,
apparently
the restraining order is like 100. What is it, like 100? Basically, it's the size of like, say, if they're in a football field. He cannot get any closer than the size of a football field to her. So he has to stay right on the other side if they're in the same stadium.
How many meters is that?
That's far.
How many meters is that?
And that's not even an English football field. American ones are massive.
Football field. Yeah. That's a lot of distance. Gosh, I don't know. Like how? If you were in a position where someone slapped a restraining order against you and said you have to stay at least 100 meters away from me or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'll just look at him like, okay, all right, I see what you're doing.
So that's like, if you're in a shopping, like say if you're in Asda and someone's filed a restraining order against you, like surely Asda's not 100 like meters or 100. Is it 100 yards?
No, you gotta stay in the freezer aisle while they're out getting the cereal and the bread. You gotta stay in that freezer aisle just shivering, just waiting like, they gotta leave now. I'll be staying there.
You have to stay in the freezer aisle, you know.
That's funny.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, okay. So we've got more celebrity stories. We'll be following this Karrueche and Chris Brown story. Oh, apparently, you know the news with Chris Brown. So this fight that was meant to happen with Soulja Boy, I don't know if you remember, a couple of weeks ago I told you guys the story about Chris Brown and Soulja Boy. They were planning like a fight, and it was going to be aired on pay-per-view TV. And people like Floyd Mayweather and
the promoter,
Mike Tyson,
all the,
and the 50 Cent.
and 50 Cent. So many people were getting involved to make money from it. So apparently, Chris Brown has pulled out of the fight, people. Chris Brown has cancelled the fight, and he was the first one to pull out. Not Soulja Boy.
Soulja Boy is lucky. Have you seen him dance in his videos? Imagine him
Chris?
Chris.
Yeah.
Chris is quick and agile. I'm not. Soulja Boy is skinny and slow. That is not going to be like a good. He's not like Supermaning out of anything. He's going to get beat down. He's lucky.
Did you really think like Chris was going to win that?
Chris was going to win easy. That was a game over as soon as he said it.
I don't know.
Soulja Boy hasn't done it.
Soulja would have surprised us on the last.
Don't test the
This
skinny
isn't
ones,
Rocky.
you know.
Rocky's not happening in real life.
Destroyed. Those ones you think the skinny could be the dangerous ones, you know. That's true. Don't test.
Not because he's slim, you think he can't fight. Listen, slim people, right? They can throw down if they want to, okay?
I'm a slims man myself, but Chris is
Nah.
Chris all day.
Nah.
So I mean, so why did Chris Brown pull out then?
Whack 100. you don't want to be messing with those Pyrus.
So why do we think Chris Brown pulled out? Really? Why did he cancel? Why was he the first to cancel?
Are we going to say
Whack
my choice?
100. I'd be jumping out of it if I had a big guy like him.
Yeah.
He knocked out.
Probably got advice from people to
name?
just stop it. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't go that way for
Stitches.
someone like
He
him.
knocked out that Stitches.
One sec. So maybe what were you saying, Mento?
People feel like you more than this year to maintain your reputation. You know, just leave it.
Okay, so you
Do
feel
you
like
think, yeah.
the fight would have harmed Chris's reputation,
Yeah, sure.
whereas
Sure.
Soulja Boy doesn't really have anything to lose right now because he's not that
He's
relevant.
known. He's the one-hit wonder in this, and
Yeah.
this is only I've not heard from him in ages, and then this popped back up. I was
Yeah.
like, why they got that beef in the first place, but still.
It was
It
over
would've-
Karrueche.
I just think Chris Brown has got his dignity to protect. So
Yeah.
just
So Soulja had nothing to lose,
Yeah.
so he wouldn't have pulled out,
Yeah,
basically.
that's true.
All right,
Yeah.
okay. So that's it for Chris Brown for this week. I'm sure he'll be back again on my show next week. So yes, we're going to take a short musical break now, and I'm playing Temper by Scales. You are listening to the Damilola Bisuga Show with Dami B and DJ Mento. We'll be back right after this break.
thank you.
Welcome back. You are still listening to the Damilola Bisuga Show. I'm your host, Dami B, and I'm joined by my co-host, DJ Mento. So yeah, before the break, I was just playing you Temper by Scales. Good track. And we were joined by the comedian, Tayo Cousins.
Hello.
And he's still with us, and remember, I told you guys we're having another guest in the studio. So we've got our special guest for today, and he goes by the name of Xrizzy. Welcome.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much.
Xrizzy's in the studio, and he's got his own entourage, you guys. Like, seriously, this is a crew. This is a squad.
It was meant to be here last week.
I know. Xrizzy was meant to be on the show last
Talked about
week.
my party that
But
properly,
you guys, you came from London, right?
Yeah.
So I think they kind of misjudged the traffic, the Manchester traffic, and unfortunately couldn't be with us last week. But it came all the way back. So can I get a round of applause for coming back? Yes, gracing the show. How are you feeling, Xrizzy?
Yeah, I'm feeling alright. Apart from the fact that it's been windy lately.
Yes, that Doris will get you. I mean, yeah,
We
yesterday
had a
was
good time at
crazy.
my party as well.
Were you at the party? DJ Mento's party?
Yeah, bare food.
Bare food,
Drinks and all that.
and lots of drinks, right?
Yeah.
Lots of alcohol. It was a good night. Yeah, that's great. So we were just talking, Xrizzy, about the whole beef between Chris Brown and Soulja Boy, and the fact that Chris's ex-girlfriend Karrueche Tran has filed a restraining order against him, so he can't be within like 100 yards or 100 meters of Chris of Karrueche. They have to stay away from each other. So that's what we're talking about. So right now, we have a comment on Facebook Live, and it's from Dan Soff, who was with us last week. He's also a comedian. And Dan said that he has a restraining order against Tayo. That is why they cannot be on the same show together.
Oh, wow. Okay, Dan. Okay.
So, yeah, shout out to you, Dan. So we are going to talk about now, we're going to go into the next segment, which is called Question Time, which is why I throw out a question to my lovely guests and listeners. And I like to get people's opinions. So, yeah, this week, the question was, is it healthy and normal to have arguments in a relationship? So, are arguments part of any normal relationship? So, I'd like to go to my first guest, Tayo, and let me know what you think. Do you think it's normal to argue in a relationship?
Yeah, it's about compromise. You don't want someone who's exactly the same as you, so you're going to have opposing views, and it's better to speak them out than just kind of hold it in and just have grudges against each other. So it'd be better to argue and get it out of your system, and then come to a compromise afterwards and see what's the best for both of you. Okay,
so you think it's always healthiest to let it out?
Yeah, no.
In the form of an argument?
Doesn't have to be. You can talk. If it gets into an argument, it's just a natural progression.
So
if you both have that anger and then you express it instead of keeping it in.
Okay. We have some comments. We have some comments online, and this is from Tayo, and he says arguments should not be an everyday occurrence in a relationship, but it is inevitable in a relationship. So thank you, Tayo, for listening. What do you think about Tayo's comment?
Yeah, that's correct. Shouldn't be every day. If it's every day, then you've got a problem.
Yeah,
you probably start talking about the relationship.
Xrizzy, what's your thoughts?
For me, personally, I feel it's healthy to have misunderstanding because it helps the couples who is involved in that relationship to get to understand each other. The more, like, you having a misunderstanding helps you know who your partner is. Helps you know, okay, I wouldn't want to do this next time because that's going to cause a big problem. But moreover, it has to be every day there's a problem. There's actually a problem.
Right, okay. Yeah, good comment, Xrizzy. We've got another comment online, and this is from Katrina Whitaker. And she says, yes, it is normal. Everyone argues, it's perfectly normal. It is how you argue that differentiates the abnormalities. So if someone has lack of self-control and they'll shout, or they're incapable of listening, or, on the other hand, it depends on what you're arguing about. Reaching a middle ground is always preferable. But if it takes away the person's human rights, then it's not normal. So she's touched on a couple of different things there. It's about what stage does the argument go to? Like, you know, if you're able to have an argument, a debate, and you know, thrash things out. But I guess if things, just saying,
going into violence is
things go to another level, and there's...
You should never go to that
things
level.
breaking,
if
things
it's going
throwing.
to that level and you feel it, then just cut it off. Then you have to talk about it and be able to debate. If you can't speak, like, what we have as humans is words. So if we can't use the words to communicate, then we have nothing as a society as well.
Absolutely. Good point. Mento, what's your view on should arguments be a natural part of a relationship?
It's natural, but it's just how you deal with it, isn't it? As a man, we're not perfect. You know, you get them, especially people in a relationship. You always get that. But it's just how you deal with it. You just keep calm. I'm somebody I'm always calm when things like that occur. Just stay quiet and deal with it.
Are you always calm? Are you always calm? You're always calm in a relationship.
I don't really talk.
I don't believe that.
I'm a calm person, you know, so it's just that's just my views. You know? I don't talk too much. That's it.
So are you more likely to kind of like walk away? Do you just kind of like, if things are getting too much, you just like walk away and just allow it? Like, I'll come back to this conversation later. I'm gonna just walk away now.
I prefer to get it sorted at that point.
Yeah, we've got a guest nodding in the corner. She's like, I'm gonna walk away.
Come back to an argument.
Yeah, go on, Chris. What are you saying?
Yeah. Me, I prefer to settle it at that point than walking away, because walking away could lead to so many things. One, could make you forget Well,
What is what you're saying?
actually, like,
He's not going to come back to the same situation.
I wouldn't
again.
want to come back, and the mistake is going to be made again. I'm going to have that mistake again.
That's hilarious.
Because literally, I would. If you walk away, I would take. Okay, no problem. I might end up playing FIFA and get it off my head. And when I'm back playing FIFA, I won't start talking about what happened like couple of hours ago.
Yeah.
And that mistake is going to happen someday, maybe that week or the
probably
upper
that
week.
same night.
Yeah, to happen. Yeah, probably that same night. So it's best when the fire is burning, we just end the fire together, not one person living for one person. So
You know what? I'm in agreement. Yes, I agree with Xrizzy. I agree. I prefer to deal with it there and
that
then.
point, yeah.
Let's shout. Let's talk it out. Let's hash it out and deal with it, and then move on.
Yeah,
that's
and just
me.
move on.
Like I'm like I'll go crazy. Like I'm a fireball, but then I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Like it could be like 10 minutes, 15 minutes later. Let's sort it out. Let me shout. Let me say what I gotta say. Get it out. Then I'll be fine.
You
Then
gotta
we're
deal
cool.
with the fire before it
Yeah.
starts, because then it spreads to the friends, and then friends add more fuel to the fire.
Yeah.
And you're coming back, and everyone else is just coming at you like, well, my friend said this, and you ain't nothing. Like, you know?
We've got another comment online, and this is from Miss Terry Jones, and she says, yes, I think it is normal, though not always, because if it's always, it's not normal, but every now and again, a little argument shows that you actually give a damn, as well as giving you time to vent out to your partner and sort out certain issues that you may have. So what she's saying is, actually, when you argue, it shows that you care. It shows that you still care and you're still invested in this relationship.
True.
Because if you're just agreeing with everything, surely one of you's faking it, right?
Yeah, true.
One of you is being unreal, right?
But you agreeing it is should be the one who's actually faking it.
I agree with that. So let me see if we've got Xrizzy, but you're both talking sense. Okay, so we've got a comment from Sean, and Sean says, no, it is not a natural part of a relationship. If you need to get your point across, then talk about it, don't argue. Yeah, but sometimes
Arguments are like, you're gonna have little things that are gonna get on your nerves, and you might pass it. And then arguments just kind of bringing it all up at once, so you'll clear the air afterwards.
You say what you have to say.
If you're gonna get angry, then you clear the air, and then everything's gonna be alright.
Relationship-wise, it's not everything you talk about. Sometimes it's necessary you need an argument.
I agree.
I feel it's actually necessary to need
because
an argument.
I think sometimes when you're just talking,
these are the things you're always
the points will get
in.
missed. Like if I'm just talking, I'm dead calm and I'm talking in a low voice. You won't understand how angry and passionate I am about it. True. So I gotta raise my voice a little bit, or show that I'm quite passionate about this topic. So yeah, I agree with that. We've got a final comment from Mrs. Donna Marie Dodu, and she is a marriage coach for married women. Oh. So this should be interesting. Okay, Donna. And Donna Marie says, my answer to that is no. Relationships are definitely a place where your buttons will be pushed. And as your loved ones rob you like sandpaper, your own character flaws and past hurts and fears will be exposed. Arguing is not a constructive response to any situation. To have healthy relationships, we need to take responsibility for our responses and not allow ourselves to react from a place of emotions. And that is my answer.
Emotion.
What do we think?
She sounded like Spock, like such a logical, no emotion.
Very logical. Yeah.
I'd like to know if someone's angry. I want to know. I don't want them calmly talking, because that's when you get those crazy people who just take you out I'm fine, and then you go missing 3 days later. What happened? She didn't want to shout, so I disappeared.
You go missing.
Yeah, just go. But you get people
I understand what you mean. Yeah.
too clear.
What does it mean? What does it mean?
When something happens between you and someone, or because you just find out that you boiling, the person is boiling, but one person is there saying, "No, it's all right. It's fine." Yeah. And 2 days after, you just find out that this guy, where's Chris, is missing. If you actually look back, you find out that he had an argument with this guy, and 2 days after he's missing. So everyone's target is going to be on that guy. So I prefer to know what's going on. Everything has to be squashed at that point.
Does this happen in the UK? Are we talking African terms right now?
No, UK happens here.
Okay.
I came uni, and at uni, my friends, were the only the black guys in that course.
Okay.
So apparently, each time we have, I think we introduce that character in the uni. each time we have problem, we have argument, and the white people there will be like, oh my god, these guys, they always have problems. Like they think we don't talk. Like sit down, talk. Oh, this what you did is not good. He don't know that. One day we were surprised in the class. I think someone walked inside making noise, and some of them was reading, and this Chinese guy just stand up. He was shouting, "Tum tum zanko!" What? Like everyone in the class was like, "What's going on?" Like what's going? And the guy also was there shouting back. And the lecturer came in, was like, "Who the Nigerians? You Nigerians again?" And he came as well two complete race having issue. The man is just like this. I just looked at my friend. I was like, "Yeah, they're trying. They're being like us now."
Nigerians, we always know them.
We always know how to. And trust me, at that point, immediately you shout, and after you shout, when you're calm with that person and you're good.
Oh wow.
Then when you're like, okay, it's fine. When I'm going out, I might be plotting that person.
Of course.
It happened then, and we're good.
That's very true, and that plotting is a very dangerous position to be in. So yeah, I think that's very true. Thank you, Xrizzy. So we've got 2 final comments, and then we need to wrap it up. So thank you everyone who's commented. This is on Facebook. We've got White Niger Girl. That's her blog name. She's got White Niger Girl. And she says argument is good because it helps get to know each other, and then we can become more compatible.
True.
Yeah. You do get to know someone when you see them in a different light. You see someone in a different light when
person that you don't usually get to see. It's good.
Absolutely. And Dan Soff again.
I think people are just different. Some people like arguments, while some people prefer to talk.
Yeah. I like to shout. So Dan Soff,
Tell for women leave.
Dan Soff, comedian, says, I think girls like to argue in relationships because they grew up seeing couples doing it in R&B videos.
It's so anything about him is just
okay. on behalf of all the ladies in the studio right now, we're all looking like, huh? No. I don't agree with that, Dan.
You know, Dan is always everything about him is just.
I'm trying. What R&B videos? What R&B videos did I watch that would make me think about it's good to argue? No, we're not agreeing with that, ladies, are we?
Probably Jaru and Ashanti. Always there when you go. Always on time.
Amazing.
Hey, baby.
Amazing. All right, guys. So we're going to take another short musical break, and when we come back, we'll be talking more to Taya Cousins and Xrizzy and hearing more about what they're both doing individually. So right now, I'm playing "Can't Hear You" by Ill Bliss featuring Ron Town. Enjoy. Welcome back. You are still listening to All FM 96.9 with the Damilola Bisuga Show. I'm your host, Dami B, and the co-host,
Mr. DJ Mento.
Mr. DJ Mento. So yes, right now we're going to talk to our first guest, Taya Cousins. Taya, for people who may not have known you just yet, tell us a little bit about yourself, please.
Well, I'm a comedian. I started stand-up here. I did one show at the Comedy Store here, and then I moved to New York for 2 years.
Okay.
So I was doing stand-up in Manhattan as a little 18-year-old.
Amazing.
It was a bit mad. It was good, so I had to find out where all the big comedians have gone, so I just went around, hustling around
So
there.
at 18, you just packed your bags and went off to New York?
Yeah. My dad actually lives over there now, so I just... Every day I'd wake up in the morning and go to Manhattan and just walk around the city.
That is amazing. How brave is that? Like at 18?
My dad is in New Jersey.
Oh, okay. I lived in Staten Island, so I was just a minute away.
My mom is in Chicago.
Oh, nice.
What can I do? I'm in the UK.
I didn't know that, Mento.
Yeah, I didn't tell you.
Okay, so I'm not going to interview Taya. I'm going to interview Mento.
Tell me more about Chicago. How was it?
No, that's amazing. Okay, so I think it was still... I know you had a family there, but it was still brave of you to go and try and pursue some comedy there. So when did you come back to the UK?
I came back about a year ago. I think it was May last year.
Wow.
May last year. And just been going around since then with my friends.
Okay.
Going around doing stand-up, which is pretty good. And I met Dan Soff, who's been trying to start trouble.
Yeah.
It's been great. It's been great.
Okay. So what is a stand-up comedian?
Basically, we're just kind of like geniuses on the next level. We're just... I don't know, we're just people that see the society in a different way, and we try and make it funny for everyone, try and give people like kind of joy. I get up on stage And the main reason I want to do it, and I feel like it's kind of comes off like I'm trying to not be selfish about it, but I like seeing people laugh. Like it gives me joy enough.
Yeah, that's not selfish.
That's it.
That's
no, but I'm trying
good
to. It sounds like
reason.
I'm trying to be like I'm just trying to make people's world better. But it's just I genuinely love seeing people laugh.
Oh,
It's just,
that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Great thing. And okay, so when did you know? I was wondering, when do comedians first start to realise that, hey, I'm funny? People find me funny.
A weird little kid now, because every kid would be watching cartoons. And I would watch cartoons as well now, but I'd be sat down watching Live at the Apollo on BBC One, but I'd be like a 4-year-old just watching it, and I'd start to understand jokes, and they'd get like dirty jokes, and I'd be laughing, and my mum would just sat there like, what are you laughing at? I was like, you just said something about this and that, and then my mum was just like trying to turn the TV
Wait,
off.
how old were you then?
4.
Oh my God.
I used to just sit down like this close to the TV, just point blank, watching it on constantly, and then I was just waiting really. I was writing all the time, which was a bit weird for a kid to be doing, but I was writing jokes. I used to sit down in class. It wasn't like class clown, I'd genuinely be doing stand-up. And I went to Charlton High, which is not that far.
Okay.
And we got a grant, so we got a lot of money into our theatre group. And we had a big stage that was built for us, and then basically just did a one-man show.
Amazing.
As a way to finish my year 11 like little drama thing. So
Amazing. Excellent. That's amazing, isn't it? So you were not necessarily the class clown?
No, I was definitely, but I was, yeah.
Remember,
yeah,
I raised the topic the last time saying, what if it was like putting out a joke and nobody laughs?
Oh, no, just keep going.
Have you ever been in that position where you're on stage and,
That was New York for the first 3 months. I just bombed. And when you bomb, you have to learn to bounce back, because so when that feeling happens now, when you say a joke and you're smiling and everyone else is going, nah, it's not for us. It hurts, but it's like you want to do more. Like you'll get that incentive to do more.
Excellent. Okay, thank you, Taya. So we're going to come back to you in a little bit. Right now, we're going to talk to our guest. He's a musician, music artist, goes by the name of Xrizzy. So Xrizzy, for those who don't know about you yet, our lovely listeners, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, please?
My name is Christian, originally known as Balotelli.
Okay.
Yeah, no, actually, they gave me that. They gave me that name here. Anyways, I studied business in uni before I was playing football quite some time. Then I had a really bad injury, so I stopped. I've had music as a second option to me.
Okay.
Right from when I was growing, because I really love music a lot. Although I could write, but I just don't fancy myself singing because I feel my voice is just like, I literally think if I should sing, people's gonna cry.
Oh my God.
So at some point I was building the courage till I met Prince, the owner of NMG Records.
Okay.
So the first project I did, I wrote it myself just as a joke. He was like, that's good, But now you write something, let's do something.
Yeah.
So one day we decided to go to the studio. After some jokes and everything, we started like rhyming on the studio, like kind of singing, blah blah blah, and it was making sense.
Okay.
And ever since that day, it started getting used to me, and I decided to bring the music bit out.
Okay. All
yeah.
right.
So now I'm loving it, and it's really been beautiful so far for me.
Amazing. And so, what type of music do you mostly make? Me,
honestly, if you have asked me this outside this radio station, I will tell you I don't know. But now you ask me, I would say Afrobeat, but I could really do any other kind of music. But I'm more, I could really do Afro pop, Afro bashment, but I'm just specialising in doing Afrobeat.
I think I've heard it all now. I've
Afro trap.
I've heard Afro trap. I've heard Afro pop, Afro R&B, Afro bashment is a new one.
Yeah.
So let's just talk to me. What is Afro bashment?
Okay, to me, I feel every continent, will I say continent or country, has got an accent.
Okay.
And most of the musicians today, most of us copy accents. So when you find yourself in a country whereby you don't have similar accent to them, and you try to blend with it, and you're a musician, or you're even a comedian as well, you want to learn something about that accent.
Right.
And when I came to this country, I can't say in it.
Okay.
In it. So now, in it is
if
one
you
of
can't
my.
beat them, you join them.
Yeah, exactly. So now, in it is one of my favorite topics.
Exactly.
So imagine now if I want to have to sing and make it look more Nigerian and more British, And I sing so that I can use the Yoruba line, Ma fi mi shere, I'm like, in it. So now, people in the country, in England, can actually listen to that, the in it part of it, and that's the catchy word there.
Amazing,
so
amazing.
It's just mental, like something that you create on your own side.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Why does your accent sound like you can speak French?
Me? You see, that's what I'm saying.
So many languages.
You sound like you can speak French.
Nah.
No? Oh, man.
He's saying about the African way. I can speak 3 languages in Nigeria. So, like Yoruba, I can speak Yoruba. I can speak Igbo and more of him, like Calabar, like
wow.
stuff.
That is,
yeah, so.
Jesus, I mean, and the Igbo language is not an easy language. So, where are you actually? What?
I'm from Delta
tribe?
State.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah, I'm from Delta. It's just Deltans are not Igbo, but we are classified as Igbo.
I think when you could be from other state, the moment you grew up in Lagos, you always know how to speak that Yoruba language.
Yeah, true.
Once you're from Lagos,
that's the center of Yoruba people.
So no matter what tribe you come from, you always know that language.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a general language everybody speaks.
Absolutely. Okay, that's amazing.
You Yoruba as well, you don't even know your language.
So
shame.
Bullshit. Let me explain. Since he has outed me, let me explain. I understand Yoruba, but I don't like to speak it because I feel like I sound evil when I speak it. I feel like it sounds funny when I speak it. So I understand every word. It's really weird, but I don't like to speak it.
I love Yoruba in music.
Yeah.
To me, I love.
So that's what happened there. I'm gonna get you back for that, by the way.
You see, that's what I'm saying. If you have squashed the beef at that point, now she's gonna come back with
now
you.
Now I'm gonna plot. All right. So yeah, okay. So when did you get into music, like properly, Xrizzy?
Yeah, I got into music properly like a couple of months ago. Let's say like 5-6 months ago.
Okay.
Yeah, but I was doing it part time, but I was not taking it serious because it's something that when you tell me, do you want to sing? I'll be like, nah, part time. But when I met, like I said, when I met the record owner, that's Prince, he showed me a reason, like he had this belief in me. Like it's rare. It's only on the pitch I found out my manager will be like, Chris, I want you to get into the pitch and terrorize this player. Apart from that, only person who tells me is my mom. My mom will be like, I know one day you're gonna take care of me. Apart from that, a normal friend like me or a guy will not tell me, guy, I believe in you. Like, so it was rare for Prince to be like, Chris, I know you can do this, do it. And he kind of plots the money. Like, I just sit down in England. Trust me, in England, people back home feels England place of milk and honey. When you say milk and honey, they think you can easily take money from the sky and stuff like that.
And it's not.
But literally, to me, I prefer Nigeria is easier to get money from people than England. Because in Nigeria, if you walk to 3, 4, 5 people, one at least will say, okay, take this. But in England is, bro, you mind your business, and mind your business.
You invest on you.
You get what I mean? Yeah. Then you see someone who is gonna come spend thousands on you, like be like, okay, do this. I'll do a video for this song. Write this song. We'll pay for you to do the recording. Blah blah blah. I'll get you the stuff for your music. That. So it's like this guy's putting more effort. The least I can do is to put my mind in it. Yeah. Just let him know that okay, what we're doing, because along the line, people was coming saying that Chris is not going to do anything, he's going to run away, Chris is there, blah blah, and I'll look at him and I'll just smile. Today I found those same people be like, oh bro, you're my brother, you're this. I just laugh. I'll be like, wow.
Look at him now, he's trapped us with Mayokun, which is a very good thing for that's a big move.
So how did that collaboration come about with Mayokun?
Yeah, I was in the house apparently.
Which house?
My house. I was in my house. Faithfully, I was sleeping, and Prince had the guts to buzz me at that point. He was so lucky that it was a good news, and he said, Chris, I have something for you. I was like, what is it in this good sleep? He said, I have a song. I have this beat and I want you to feature Mayokun. When he said Mayokun, I first hiss and I end the phone because I hate someone trying to wake me up and tell me
jokes. Did you think it was a prank?
Yeah, it's not even April. And you're telling
it was
me,
a joke.
Yeah, it wasn't even April.
Amazing.
And you're trying to play me. And I thought it was a joke. He came, he sent me a screenshot that he was speaking to the manager. I was like, really? And he brought the beat that day.
Yeah.
He didn't even give me time, like, okay, write this song in 2 days. He said, we have to do this song with Mayokun on Friday, and it was on Thursday. I was like, really? In his present, I said, okay, we'll play the beat. and I started freestyling, and we got the song. I didn't write the song. I just was freestyling, and I got the song. I made some corrections, and I was like, and we had a very, very good director. His name is Charles Bonja. Big up Charles. He's in Nigeria right now. He's really been a helpful hand. He tried to help me on my vocals and tried to tell me when I'm wrong, the kind of words to say and all that. So I put all that all together, and the next day I was going to pick Mento in the hotel. So it was more. I didn't even believe him until he came out from the hotel.
Was that when he came to London?
Yeah, when he came with
Dremo.
Yeah, we brought him all the way from Birmingham to Wolverhampton.
Amazing.
To come. We went to one of our best bars to eat Nigerian food. Like, I got people were buzzing me on my phone, bro. Can I come and take pictures? I was like, yo, carry yourself and come, don't worry.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So, okay, Xrizzy, we're going to come back to you in a little bit. We're going to be ending the show with your track, and it's called Touchdown. Guys, can you believe it's almost the end of the show? How fast has that gone?
I know.
I keep saying
more time. Sorry. Can you say that again so the producer can hear?
Can we stay 1 more hour?
1 more hour. Thank you. So Tayo, what is the big dream? What's the big goal? Like,
I want to go far. I want to go like Oscars far. Like, what I've always wanted to do is be an actor and a comedian, like Robin Williams.
Okay,
and he was a big inspiration for me. So I want to go really far with acting. And
is he your biggest inspiration, Robin Williams?
Him and Childish Gambino / Donald Glover.
Okay, so nice. So you're not into like Chris Rock and them kind of people?
Yeah, they're always inspirations to me. I never like, every time I get an experience, whether it's music or comedy or acting, I always watch it and then experience and take that experience into myself and try and learn from it.
Okay. Now, do you just take the mick out of anybody? Like, would you talk about black people, white people, green people, disabled people, fat people, skinny people? Do you just talk about anyone and then just make jokes?
No, I mainly do it about me. I'd center it about me, because then no one can take my jokes and say it's theirs. It's always about me. So but I feel like comedy is that place where everyone has their little spotlight in it, so they can take a joke if it's about them and their people and their lives and stuff.
True.
Right, okay. So you talk about yourself and your life and take the mick out of your own self.
Yeah, because I'd like people to know me and not... When people get on stage or they get famous or big, they always feel like... feel distanced. And I just want them to know that I've got the weird struggles that everyone else has.
Okay. So do you talk about, like, because you said your father is Nigerian?
Yeah, and my mum
and your mum is Jamaican.
Yeah,
so do you kind of talk about kind of coming from a mixed heritage background?
Yeah, definitely.
And the struggles with
I'll talk about the struggle with my name, because Teo Cousins isn't my real name.
Okay.
My real name is Adi Teo, Adi Doin, Adi Jumo, Adi
Jesus.
Nike, Adi Tola, Adi Vincent.
That is a name.
When you go say that,
Sorry. Can you say that again?
wait, let me say it right. Since you
Silence
guys,
in the studio, please.
since you guys are Africa, Adi Tayo, Adi Doin, Adi Jumo, Adi Nike, Adi Tola, Adi Vincent.
Wow.
It's hard going to school when everyone else is like Matthew and Jake and Steve.
Yes. Okay. So your dad's Jamaican. So what's your surname? Oh no, your dad's Nigerian.
Yeah.
So it's your so it's your Nigerian
So my
surname.
dad got to pick the names.
Wow.
But all my brothers' but he's got separate different mothers with like brothers now, so they got to pick their names. So they're all got like relatively small names, and I've got this long one. So it's a bit hard, but it's alright. It's like, I don't know, I enjoy having a lot of areas to pull from.
Yeah, absolutely.
Amazing.
So do you consider yourself like more Nigerian, more Jamaican?
I would say more Jamaican, because my dad's lived in New York away from me for a couple of years. So my mum's raised me basically on her own, which
more Jamaican.
Big up to single mothers and that. But she genuinely...
Yeah. Big up single mothers.
Genuinely, she's just giving me the Jamaican experience. So every day now she make me listen to music and just take me around.
Bashment.
Yeah. Take me to a carnival and I was just walking around, running around like a little kid. So it's always great.
So you're into that jerk chicken, rice and cheese. Yes, you know. Okay.
I ain't gonna say no to some jollof rice stuff. I ain't know.
You still like jollof rice? Nice. That's big. That's big. Now, Xrizzy, what is the big dream for you? What's the big goal?
Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Okay. To me, I feel in the next 5 years, I want to be in a position whereby I could look back and feel that I've done well. I wouldn't want to say in the next 5 years I want to be like Richard Branson or something. But I want to say in the next 5 years I want to be comfortable, be able to know that I've really done something that impress the world and people around me and make impact on people.
More music, more hits.
Yeah,
Yes.
more music, more hits.
Sing songs, man. I'll be able to play in the club, you know.
So
Now you've featured with Melko. Like,
Melko, yeah.
who is like your dream like collaboration?
oh my God, if Michael Jackson was not there.
Oh, okay. Somebody alive.
Yeah, I know. Oh, somebody alive, African or
Any you like your number one dream collaborator like on a music track? Xrizzy featuring.
Chris Brown.
If he has to be Afro intercontinental, it's gonna be Wizkid or Mr. Easy.
Nice.
Then if it has to be international and local I mean is like someone like Drake featuring Xrizzy, Wizkid, something like that. So I would love to feature someone like
Alright.
Drake. Yeah. So.
Drake and Wizkid. Good.
The next track,
choices.
don't worry, I've taken note of that.
I'm sure it can happen.
Why not?
Should
Prince.
one day.
Prince, make it happen.
It will happen.
You heard him now. Wizkid. No, that's amazing. We're coming towards the end of the show. I just want to say a big thank you to both my guests, Tayo Cousins and Xrizzy. Thank you for taking your time out. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed your show.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me so much. Amazing.
Would you come back?
Absolutely. Anytime.
Yes, just not when Dan is here because of the restraining
Oh,
order.
no, bring that on. We have a Jerry Springer session right in.
Okay. And Xrizzy, thank you very much for coming through.
Yeah, that's
I know
fine.
you're London based.
No, Wolverhampton based.
Wolverhampton based.
Yeah.
So how far is that? Driving to Manchester?
About an hour and, isn't it?
Oh, just an hour.
Is it, Prince?
An hour 30 minutes.
An hour and a half.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not too bad.
Not too bad.
I was thinking like.
I was in Wolverhampton the other day. That's why I went to go DJ at the wedding. Remember?
Oh, nice. Okay, excellent. So yeah, would you come back, Xrizzy, to the
Of course.
show?
It's
Come and
nice.
chill with us.
Yeah, exactly. That's
when
cool.
featuring Drake.
When you're featuring Drake.
I'll probably bring Drake here.
Always kid. And now, Tayo, before we finish, now if there was like a comedian who, somebody listening who wants to be a comedian, what little piece of advice would you give them to kind of get started?
If you've got anything in your head, don't dismiss it. When you get in on stage, you'll see a lot of comedians and they'll have this personal thing that they do. And you'll think, I want to do what they're doing. I'm going to forget what I've got, what all my experiences are, and I'll try and copy them. Just do you. Don't try and falsify yourself. Be the person that you are in yourself, and then just get on stage and then have that urge to make people laugh and make them see your point of view. Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you so much. All right, guys. So, you've been listening to the Damilola Bisuga Show. I've been your host, Dami B, and my co-host, DJ Mento. We are back same time next week, Friday, 3 p.m., bringing you more of the latest celebrity gossip, news and gist, and more exclusive interviews with like the hottest upcoming people in like the world. So yeah, make sure you tune in again same time next week. I'm ending the show and playing Touchdown by Xrizzy featuring Mayoko. Xrizzy, where can people find you very quickly online, social media?
On Instagram you can find me an official Xrizzy.
Thank you. Tayo, where can people find you?
Instagram, Facebook and YouTube, Tayo Cousins.
Excellent. Thank you so much, guys. So we're playing Touchdown by Xrizzy. Enjoy.